Right, this is a bit insane. So I ran a body code self session on me yesterday because I've been having some issues with my body and I wanted to see what was going on. So I filmed it to turn it into this video. And you won't believe this, I found a 31-year-old curse that was on in my body, in my energy field somewhere, and was affecting me so badly. It was making my energy body, or what some people call my soul, my spirit, come out of my physical body. It wasn't quite properly in. So if you want to know more about this, keep watching. Okay, great. Let's get on with this then. So I'm using the body code method for myself today. And the body code is an amazing method that you can use to self-heal, or you can use on other people to help them feel better, more healthy, happier, lots of things you can solve with it. So I won't do a big explain on that today. If you want to know more, I'll link one of my other videos. It'll either be in the description, I'll link it in there, and on YouTube, I'll link it at the end of this video. So if you keep watching that, I'll describe, in that one, I describe more of how things are working. So I'm going to assume you already know about body code as you're watching this. Right, so this is a follow-on session from one I did for myself just over a week ago, and it was a bit of an emergency session, really, for myself. I don't know what, well, I do know what was going on. I did know after I ran the session, but at the time before that, I didn't know what the heck was going on. So I've got my notes here from that session. So I was experiencing, I mean, it sounds awful, multiple symptoms. Insides feel like they're in the wrong place, twisted up, poking out, organs and glands. It felt like my organs and my glands were all like sliding over each other. It sounds really horrific. It was quite horrific. Yeah, didn't know what was going on. Especially around my stomach, gallbladder, spleen area. So especially like sort of this sort of area here going down into lower left abdominal. I'd also been having a thing I'd sort of been leaving, you know, when stuff comes up in your body and you leave it for a while, you don't deal with it. Um, and that was when I was getting up in the morning, I was having discomfort to the left side of my spine and my back. It was worse in the morning and it was worse when I was kind of bending over. And that's unusual for me. I might be 57, but I don't generally tend to have a lot of aches and pains, to be honest with you. I actually feel better now than I did in my 20s because of all this work that I've done. So I am my own best advertisement. And so also, oh, yes, that was it. That was it. I'm remembering now. My whole body felt sore and stiff, like even so bending my fingers like that felt really horrible. My fingers felt all fat and sausagey, which was probably I had some inflammation going on, I would think, in my body from that, or either that or fluid retention maybe. My neck was so stiff, I was sort of turning my whole body like this, and everything was just kind of seizing up, to be honest with you. Now, disclaimer here, if you have any medical stuff going on, this is not a video to say not to take a medical route. So anything that's going on with you, any symptoms, any issues, go to the doctor and get medically checked out. I should have gone to the doctor and get this medically checked. I made a personal decision just for myself to do this instead. But I always say to all my clients, if they have physical things going on, I always make sure that they go and get a medical diagnosis first. Okay, disclaimer over. So I ran the session on that with body code, and what came up, the top priority thing, I'll show you actually. Let me share my screen. So what came up in that session? Well, the first thing that came up, which is the top priority thing that the subconscious and the body wants worked on, was so this is body code, body code, by the way. But I'm going to assume that people watching this know what body code is. If not, like I said, go and watch my other video. So into circuits and systems, and then we went into the immune lymphatic system, and we went into Peyer's patch down here, which I haven't ever really been into before. And I have got I did take a qualification in anatomy and physiology quite a while ago, so some of it's a little bit rusty for me. But you can see here, Peyer's patch, they're groupings of lymphatic tissue that line the small intestine, providing important immune functions for the digestive system. So they weren't happy, they were imbalanced. And I kind of found that a little bit scary, if I'm honest. But my Peyer's patches, the next thing that came up was physical disconnection, which is in here. Physical disconnection here, and this is where two parts of your body have become to varying degrees disconnected. They're not, it's like the wiring's got a bit frayed, or it's like in human terms, if you have a bit of a disagreement with someone and you kind of semi-talking to each other. My Peyer's patches and small intestine, they weren't getting on very happily, to be honest with you. They were connected, level of connection 37% out of 100. Now that's actually quite low. So I was a little bit worried about that for myself, and especially with all the mad symptoms that I was getting. And I see symptoms as signals that, you know, my body's trying to alert me, this needs attention now. I also had a toxin of excess stress hormone, which is under toxins here. I've been through a super stressful time the last 2 years. A lot's been going on in my family, and I was kind of the glue in between everything. One of my sons was having some big problems, which I was sort of supporting him, and both my parents were very elderly. Then my mum passed away, and then my dad passed away in 2 years, and before that I was up there supporting them a couple of hours away. So excess stress hormone basically means that I'd been producing stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline, and that built up in my body a bit too much. My body couldn't clear it. My fascia was misaligned. Fascia is an amazing thing. It's come into here. Actually, let's come at it this way. It's in here. Fascia is a common thing that goes out. Fascial distortion. So you'll see here the connective tissue in your body and in your skin. It wraps around all your bones. It wraps around the heart and every organ. And it's like in the UK we call it cellophane. Sorry, cellophane. It's like food wrap. It's like a bag that holds everything together. And there's also some theories and thoughts these days that it has a piezoelectric charge to it. So a bit like a fiber optic system, that the way that everything in the body can talk to everything else is that the messages run through the fascia. And fascia can get very distorted, very twisted up, especially when it's got things stuck in it like trapped emotions. That's energy that's vibrating, and over time that kind of pushes things out, misaligns things. So my fascia was misaligned and distorted, which could explain why everything was feeling all in the wrong place. If my fascia was like the stuff that's wrapping around my organs and glands had become distorted, twisted, then that would explain why everything could be kind of all in the wrong place, really. And when I actually realigned my fascia, I felt that in my tummy. I felt the lightening. It became a lot more comfortable. That was a big one for me. I had a misaligned triple warmer meridian. Now I am going to show this one because this kind of made me do a no snort laugh, to be honest, when I saw this one. So let's see, is it a main one? Yeah, triple warmer meridian. Here we go. So meridians, they're the acupuncture meridians, the energy systems in our body. And you can see here, triple meridian governs flow of xiao yang, lesser yang energy, runs from your head along the back of your arm and runs from the hand along the back of your arm up to the head. And actually this is in charge of the fight, flight, freeze response. And if we look at, so energy meridians, when they go out, they can give you physical symptoms. Look at this. imbalance in fight, flight, or freeze response. I was feeling very stressed recently. Stagnance of body fluids, which sounds awful. Now, isn't it interesting? My fingers felt like big fat sausages, so maybe that was part of it. I had some fluid kind of stuck in there, maybe. Lack of body part connection and wholeness. Yes, I had that physical disconnection between my Peyer's patches and my small intestine, so that was there. Headache and migraine. These days, I don't tend to suffer with them. I used to have a constant headache and migraine. Hearing issues, tinnitus, maybe a bit of that. But look, facial and neck stiffness. Again, neck stiff. My neck was so stiff, I kind of was turning my body like this. I haven't had toothache. I did actually have a funny little bit of a sore throat. Nothing major, but just one day it was a bit sort of weird when I was swallowing it. I have actually had elbow discomfort in my right elbow as well in recent weeks. Imbalance in body temperature, well, that's a funny one for me. I get really cold feet and I do get quite cold. I'm always wrapped in soft blankets. Trouble letting go of negativity. If I'm honest, I have seen a bit of that lately. Yes, I have been feeling a bit kind of meh, about a few things. So that was a really interesting session. So that was my session about a week ago that I ran, and that was the findings. And I tested at the end, have I got more to do, more clearing on this? I got a yes. Oh, and I forgot to say after the last session, I did feel after the session, I felt a lot better immediately. It did spike a bit the next day. Things felt a bit worse, and I actually felt quite grumpy and irritable and meh. I didn't feel great in myself. That's a very common thing. When you're in processing, which is after you've had a session, your subconscious, conscious mind, it kind of sorts everything out and deals with it all. And sometimes part of that healing is you might get a bit of inflammation or you get things moving around as they realign in the body. So I would expect that. But actually, by day 2, 3, probably 3, 4 after the session, a lot of those things that I was talking about went away. I felt normal. Whatever normal is, I felt normal again inside. The pain and everything, the swelling gone. My neck was a lot better. The main thing that's remained is this discomfort left side of my spine, especially in the morning and if I kind of bend over. So it's really good to get a I like to be generally specific or specifically general with my question for a session. And it just gives the subconscious enough information, like when you type into Google, to get the result you want, you need the right question. Okay, so again, I'm muscle testing off screen. This is my muscle testing here. If that holds, that's a yes. If that breaks, that's a no. I'm doing that off screen. My hands just dry themselves. So is there a top priority thing we can clear for all of these things I've mentioned, and basically clearing the top priorities on that, continuing the work we did a while ago, and to bring balance and healing to my mind, body, spirit complex. Thank you. Where are we going? Left or right? Okay, so we're straight in with a pathogen. These come up a lot. And is this a physical or energy? Physical pathogen of some kind. Okay. Lots of nasties here. Is it left or right? Left. Is it mold? Is it virus? Is it prion? Biofilm. Interesting. Okay, so pathogen, biofilm. I have to remember to do my notes because usually I write them down. So biofilms, you'll see here, they're created by the presence of microorganisms that they combine together. They sort of create a community and all stick together, and then they create a slimy, sticky protective barrier. So one example of a biofilm is on your teeth. If you get plaque on your teeth, that is a biofilm. Okay. So what has created this biofilm? Now, usually you don't need to know more, but I'm just doing this because I'm videoing it and it's interesting. So was it bacteria, mold, fungus, parasite? So for me, this has been created by bacteria. And it's pointing out as an age. What age was I when this came in? So I'm 57. So did I have this before age 30, age 40, or age 50? So a while ago. Okay, was it? Around age 48. Now this could be 47, 48, 49, 48. What was that? 9 years ago. 2006 now. So that's about 2017. I literally can't remember. I'm so rarely ill, but maybe I picked something up and it created this. I can't remember. It feels like a long time ago. So do we need to know anything else about this? No. Okay. Is there an associated imbalance to this? There is. So there's something underneath this holding it in place, which is why my body hasn't been able to clear and heal it. Right, so we come back to the start. What's the number one thing that I can do now to release this biofilm? What's associated with it? What do I need to clear? Something on the left or the right? On the left. Circuit systems. Okay. Okay, we go left or right? Left. A disconnection. Okay, left or right? Left. Definitely not pregnancy related. Another physical disconnection. I had that before. So something's not working with something. So what we can do here is to find out what's not working with what. We come into systems here. We've got all the systems of the body, and it will take me to wherever the problem is. So is this on the left or on the right? Circulatory, digestive, in my endocrine system. Okay. I have no idea where we're going here. Is this left or right? Left. Is it parathyroid? So pancreas is coming up as not happy. Pancreas is the first thing I need to look at, and look at that. Common symptoms of imbalance may include, when your pancreas isn't happy, discomfort mid-back, discomfort left shoulder, discomfort low back, discomfort in the wrist or thumb. Look, that was the main thing I want to look at today. So very interesting. Okay. And what's the other thing what's pancreas not getting on well with? Now this could be anything. They might not be like seemingly related to us, but the body sees them as related in some way. My pancreas and my stomach had a little falling out. Okay. So again, when your organs and glands become imbalanced, you can see here you can get symptoms. So common symptoms of stomach not being happy could be discomfort in the neck. I had the stiff neck. Discomfort in the shoulder, discomfort in the elbow or wrist, hiatal hernia, acid reflux, stomach pain, ulcers, bloating and gas, diarrhea and constipation. So if I've had a bit of stomach pain, I haven't been consciously aware of that, apart from when everything felt like it was all in the wrong place. But obviously you've got fronts and backs to your organs. It could be coming through at the back there, and me thinking it's back pain potentially. Okay, so have we got an associated imbalance to this physical disconnection? We have. There's a reason that they're disconnected. Oh, and let's find out level of connection between these two as a percent. So are they more than 50% connected? Are they more than 60, more than 70, more than 80? Are they 70, 71? They are 72% connected at the moment. So the wires are just a bit frayed. So ideally we want that 100% connected, so they're working as a team. Level of connection is kind of level of function that I'm going to be getting at the moment. So I'm running low by 28% at the moment. So I want to get that up, definitely. Get that back. So what's the number one thing I can do to resolve this physical disconnection? Now, this is another kind of disconnection. So you have a physical body and then you have a spirit body, and the spirit or the energy body is a bit like a passenger inside the car of the physical body. Now, they should be kind of overlaid one over the other, totally in alignment there, and your spirit should be 100% in your body, functioning together. When you go through difficult times, which I've been through, the most difficult time in recent years, most stress. And I'll be honest, there have been times where I've kind of thought life is so hard, how am I even getting myself through this? So sometimes in those difficult times, the spirit can kind of start to think, yeah, I'm not too sure about this being on earth lark. I think I'm going to start heading for home. So your spirit or your energy body can start to come out of your physical body and start sort of heading for home, I call it. If you believe in something beyond this life, I think we're heading for home. Like, no, I've had enough being Sarah. I'm going. That's it. Let's find out. So look, symptoms here. You can get physical symptoms as well. And fatigue. I have been feeling a bit tired lately. Discomfort, which I've had discomfort, lowered immunity, persistent misalignment. Well, I've had some misalignments going on, malfunction of body parts. Well, that's what's going on at the moment. So, what's the level of connection? Let's find that out. That'd be interesting. Am I more than 50% connected? More than 60? More than 70? More than 80? 70, 71, 72, 73. Now, 77% in my body. Isn't that interesting? It's quite close to the physical disconnection going on there between my pancreas and stomach. Is there an associated imbalance on this? There is. There's something I need to clear before I can bring myself back into my body. We're going left or right? Left. We're going system, a common misalignment. These are things that come up a lot in this work. Okay. We're going left or right? Left. Are we going skull? We're going vertebra. My kidneys aren't happy. Okay. Kidneys as well. Kidneys, so we work on the idea in this work that the ancients believed where your organs and glands produce and generate emotions. And you can see here the kidneys, one of them is fear. And I believe that fear impacts your kidneys a lot. Often that's where you hold fear. So, and fear is the opposite of love and can have a big effect on us as humans. Have we got an associated imbalance for my kidney? Yes. Going down the rabbit hole here. We're going on the left or on the right? Oh, recovery interference, which is an energy. Okay. So this is when you have had something, illness, minor injury or severe injury, overwhelm, periods of stress, which I've sort of had both of those, and your body's healing system has become interrupted. So it's unable to return to a balanced state. So it might be able to heal to 98%, that last little 2%, it can't quite get there. And this often shows up when you find yourself saying, I've just not felt quite right since I had that virus 6 months ago. It's that's the kind of idea. This energy can interfere with normal body processes, can create frustrating symptoms. So things like chronic or recurring inflammation, scar tissue, muscle spasms, lots of things. So is it necessary for me to know more about this? No. Let's see, have we got an associated balance? Yes, there is a reason why my body hasn't been able to fully heal from whatever it was. Okay, what's the number one thing we can do to release this recovery interference then? Where are we going? Left or right? Okay. Pathogen. Oh, back to pathogens again. Is this physical? No. Energy of something. So this is where the energy version of something physical has been left in my body, and it's like an energetic blueprint in the body. So my physical body has been able to deal with a physical thing, but my energy body has been imbalanced in some way. It doesn't surprise me if I've been spirit out of body, that's an imbalance, and my energy body hasn't been able to clear away that energetic blueprint. Energy of a virus. Okay. Obviously, viruses can cause all sorts of different symptoms. Here you can see some of them on the list. And interestingly, if you've only got the energy of a virus in your body, it can still actually create some physical symptoms as well. So energy of virus. So I've had a virus at some point and the energy of it's left behind. Okay. Do I need to identify more about this energy? No. And have I got an associated imbalance on this? No. Great. So this is sort of housekeeping. So this is a root of a problem here. Am I okay to release this? I always check that with muscle testing. I am. I got my party vibes. So let's clear that now. So I'm setting an intention to clear and release this energy of virus. I'm completely letting this go and transmuting it back into love. And I'm asking my body to clear this with ease and grace and as little disruption to me as possible. Thank you. There goes that one. So often I'll yawn, sometimes burp when I clear energies, both for myself and for my clients, for other people. It could be that I was going to yawn anyway. I'm not tired. I had a great sleep, but yawns, sometimes we yawn. It could be coincidence, but to me that felt like an energy clearing yawn. It's the energy is being released as a yawn out of my body. So has that cleared? Yes. Fab. Any other associated imbalances on this recovery interference energy? No. Okay. So we're going to release that. So setting the intention to clear and release this recovery interference energy. I'm totally, completely letting this go, transmuting it back into love. Thank you. I transmute everything into love. I think we all come from love, and I want to send the energy back into love. That's been released. Oh, I feel that. Oh, that's a big energy, that one. Sort of feel that clearing from this area. Maybe that was where it was in my body. I feel a lightness with that one, which is a common thing we get with this work. A little bit sort of woozy with that one. Has that been cleared? Yes. Now, just a word about my little script I say when I clear. If you know about the emotion code and the body code, then you'll know that Dr. Brad, he doesn't teach a script. He literally just does that. For some reason, in my practice, each practitioner makes their own practice their own. I've brought a script in at some point, so that's how I do it, but you don't have to do it that way. So let's see, up the list here, misaligned kidney on the left-hand side. So what's happened here then, just to explain, my kidney's misaligned, and most likely when organs and glands are imbalanced or aligned, we believe that it's due to an energy or a toxin or a pathogen that's in there causing a problem. So what came up with the kidney here, this recovery interference energy, most likely that was in my left kidney and that's why it was causing a problem. It could also be that the energy of virus was also in there causing a problem and maybe causing those sorts of symptoms that I had a while ago. So that's good. So is there anything else I need to do for my misaligned kidney? No. Can we realign it? Yes. Great. So we're setting the intention now to completely realign my left kidney. I'm slotting it in like a puzzle piece, making sure it's fully, completely aligned. I'm making sure my left kidney is fully functioning and communicating at 100% and happy and joyful in its job. Having a great time being my kidney. Thank you. Probably think I'm absolutely loopy, but it just feels nice. It feels nice to feel that my body is like a community of goodness, really. I like to be kind to my body, treat it nicely. Okay, that's realigned. Oh gosh, actually I'm feeling really, really tired now. This is another common thing when you do this clearing work. It can make you feel like, oh, I'll lie down here and have a little sleep for a minute. But let's press on. So next up on the list, spirit out of body. Is there another associated imbalance? I need to clear on that. Yes. Left or right? Left. Okay. Is it post-traumatic? Some offensive energy going on. Some people get a bit scared about about this area. I just literally see it. There's positive energy, there's negative energy, there's, you know, it's just like light and dark, good and bad, whatever. It's just opposites, basically. Right, where am I going? Is this left or is this right? Is this left? Okay. Is this an entity? No. Curse. A little curse going on. Interesting. Oh, this interesting. It's come up for the video. This is good. This is good. So let's find out more. So a curse is, you know, it can be where someone has actually intentionally put a curse on you. And I have had a few clients where that's come up. And every single time when this has come up and I've said about a curse, the person has known about it, which is, it's great confirmation of the work that I'm doing, but also isn't that interesting? I find, and I choose to believe more commonly, that I see words as spells. Words are spells. They have great weight, they have great power to them and authority. And, you know, you go to school and you learn spelling. Anyway, so when someone is thinking badly of you, when someone is bad mouthing you, basically, I believe that sometimes that has a power to it, and that energy, that thought form, or the energy of those words actually comes to you and has an effect on you and hangs around you. And that is kind of like an inadvertent curse that someone has put on you. So you'll see on the description here. It's similar to any other emotional energy, like a trapped emotion, is energy lodged in the energy field of my body, basically. Hence why it's affecting my spirit. My spirit's kind of coming out a little bit. And you'll see here it says often created by the subconscious mind, could simply be the expression of negative feelings towards the recipient. So it's probably that someone has thought something bad about me, and that thought form has come and kind of come into my energy field and is affecting me here. So not a deliberate thing. Let's see, let's find out, just because it's interesting. Sometimes you can kind of, if you do negative self-talk, you can sort of curse yourself, think bad stuff about yourself enough times. A thought becomes a belief, and belief is an energy, and that can kind of stick to you as well. So let's find out more. When did this curse come about for me? Let's see, was it before age 30? Was it before age 20? Was it age 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25? Around age 26, okay. Interesting. What was I doing then? Let's see, what's that, 21 years ago? So we're 26, 25, 24. So it's about, do my maths here. It's about 1994, I think. 1994. What was I doing then? I was working as a graphic designer in agencies, and I was either working in London or in my first agency. Right. So where did this come from then? Actually, this is always an interesting one to do. This curse, what was the intention of the curse? Oh, actually, first, has this come from another person? Is it from an entity? From another person? So it's external. Okay. Was that person male or female? Male. Someone male. Maybe it was a boyfriend or something. Was it a boyfriend? Oh, it was a boyfriend. I'd just come to the end of a long-term relationship then, actually, and it was a bit, we've been together quite a few years, and there was a little bit of animosity there. Yeah, so maybe it was that. Okay. And what was was this curse intentional? No. So they were just kind of, yeah, this person was just thinking bad stuff about me, no doubt, or maybe chatting some bad stuff about me. What was the intention of this curse, or the effect of this curse? Was it to create a physical symptom? Oh, I didn't expect that. Gross. Yeah. to create a physical symptom. Do I need to know anything else about this curse? No. And is there an associated imbalance to this curse? There is. There's a reason my body couldn't clear it. Trapped emotion. Okay. So trapped emotions are part of the emotion code. They are literally the foundation to so many problems. They're what so many imbalances grow from in the body. Is this on the left or the right? Ooh, it's on the left. Is it a prenatal, preconception? Oh, an inherited. Gosh, I can't believe I've been doing this 6 years. I can't believe I've still got inherited things. But the thing is, when you clear, unless you do a general session, and even then, actually, the body only brings up the relevant stuff around what you're working on. So I suppose if I did a session on, can I please clear all my inherited trapped emotions, that would be different, but I've never actually felt the need to do that. So inherited nervousness. Oh, I used to be very nervous when I was younger. Occasionally I still get nervous now. It's a bit, actually it does spike with certain things. Yeah, think about it, actually, yeah, some situations make me feel a bit nervous. So if you've got a trapped emotion vibing in your body, then when you would be likely to feel that. So when it'd be likely for me to feel nervous, I'll feel it more because that energy is already vibing inside of me. So it gets a bit sort of energized. So inherited nervousness, where did I get this from? Did this come to me through my mum or through my dad? Okay, I'm going to get emotional now. My dad passed away Christmas. What's that? Just coming into 4.5 months ago. So that makes me feel a bit emotional. And did my dad inherit this from one of his parents? Yes. From his dad? No, from his mum. Okay, my grandma. Does this go back beyond my grandma? Okay. How many more generations back? Is it more than +5? Is it more than +10? Oh, it is. More than +15? No. Okay. +10, +11, +12, +13, plus another 13. That's quite big, actually. I've seen bigger, but 13 generations. Was the originator male or female? So my original ancestor that felt this was male. And just for the heck of it, let's find out what life situation created this, because it's interesting. So what were you dealing with, ancestor, to create this nervousness? Was this to do with physical wellness? Yes. Emotional, physical wellness. Okay. Was this about your own physical wellness, someone else's? So it was about this person's own physical wellness in some way. They were feeling nervous, maybe they were unwell, or maybe they had health anxiety, you know, when you worry about something is going to happen or something's worse than it is. Do we need to know anything else about this inherited nervousness for me? No. So I'm going to clear this now. And yeah, I'm feeling quite emotional about my dad because it's including him. Now I do have sons as well. Oh yeah. Let's find out if my sons have inherited this. Yeah, is it one? It's both my sons have inherited this. So it's going to clear on them as well. So I'm inadvertently helping my children by doing this as well, and future future descendants as well. So we clear this from everywhere. So I'm setting the intention to clear and release this trapped emotion of inherited nervousness. I'm clearing this for me, my dad, my grandma, all the other generations of ancestors that are carrying this piece of energy. I'm also clearing this for both my sons, plus any future descendants. And I'm quantumly clearing this from any and all facets of any and all souls in any and all dimensions. That has gone. Oh, I can feel that. Oh. Take my breath away, but I feel that in my trunk or sort of all round here. Oh, that's a big energy. Woo! Great. Okay, and now I feel really tired now that one's gone. That been cleared? Yeah, that's been cleared. That's good. Okay. Right. So coming back up to this curse. I wonder how that was linked in with this nervousness. Interesting. Are there any other associated imbalances on this curse to clear? No. So we just treat this like any other energy, like a trapped emotion or anything. We just clear this. So we're setting the intention to clear and release this curse. We're totally, completely letting this go and transmuting it back into love. Thank you. Oh, big one again. I'm really feeling this session now. I can see it in my face. I feel like it's making my nose is going to start running, my eyes running. Woo! Right. Let's see. So we've cleared that curse. Great. Good. I literally am feeling this all working in my body now. Right, we did the energy of virus, recovery, interference, and kidney. So we're all the way back up here now, this spirit outer body. Anything else I need to do for this spirit out body? Yeah, there is. Well, physical, emotional shock energy. This is what I would consider to be trauma, basically. So physical emotional shock is when, just writing down what I'm saying here, is when you've had an emotional shock, been through an emotionally shocking event, something's happened in life, something's a bit traumatic. And it's like it's very imbalancing to your physical and emotional and energetic body. And the body feels like almost like it's like a physical blow in some way. It's a bit like if you feel like when my mum passed away. It was shocking. It was very sudden and very shocking. And when the hospital told me, it was such a shock. It came out of nowhere for me. And I literally felt like I'd been run over by a bus emotionally in that moment. I couldn't speak. It took my breath away so much. I had to bend over and hold my tummy. It was like I'd been punched in the tummy or the chest. So that is the sort of thing that creates this physical emotional shock energy, like a very shocking, severe, traumatic energy and effect on the body, and it's very imbalancing. So I've got that is stuck in my body, and that's affecting my spirit and affecting this spirit out body. So just out of interest, let's find out more. What age was I when this physical emotional shock energy came in? I can sort of feel a bit of the emotion of it actually. So was this before age 30, before age 40? Was it before age 50? No. Was it age 50? 51, 52, 53, around age 54. Okay. That's about 2, 3, or 4 years ago. And as I said, I've just come through this immensely shocking time in my life. So there's one thing I don't want to talk about on camera just before keeping privacy for the other person. So I'm going to think about that. Yeah, okay. Write down what that's about. And the thing that happened that was very, very imbalancing to me. Do I need to know more about this physical emotional shock energy? I don't. Okay, is there an associated imbalance on this? There is. There's a reason I've not been able to clear this. What's the number one thing I can do to release this energy? Left energy. Okay, we're going on the left or the right. It's a reverberation, which is when something's ringing in you like a bell. Okay, is it on the left or on the right? It's all good communication. So I've got an emotional reverberation, as I've just said. This is when an emotion it's reverberating in you all the time. It's like when you hit a bell and it goes dong, and that reverberation continues on. I felt an emotion and it's just kept like ringing. It's ringing in me all the time. So let's find out a bit more about this. What is the emotion? This is horror. I've got horror reverbing in me. It honestly, with what's happened in my life, it doesn't surprise me at all. I can see that. Um, Is this about the event that caused the physical emotional shock? It really is. Yeah. So to physical emotional shock energy. Do I need to know anything else about this emotional reverberation? I don't, so I can release this. Yeah, time to let go of the horror. Great. I'm setting the intention to clear and release this emotional reverberation of horror, totally letting this go, and I'm transmuting it back into love. Thank you. Oh, God. Sorry, burping on camera. Who would ever do that? Unless you're burping out horror. There it goes. Whew. Yeah, I feel that. Just let that settle for a moment. Take some breaths. Gosh, what other job would you sit and do this on camera? Literally burp and yawn on camera. I must be mad doing this. I hope it helps people in some way. If it helps you, please leave me a comment. Let me know. Right, let's see. So emotional reverberation is gone. Great. Anything else I need to do? Physical, emotional shock energy? No. I'm setting the intention to completely clear and release this physical, emotional shock energy. I'm completely letting that go. And I'm transmuting it back into love. And please assist me in processing this with ease and grace and as little disruption as possible. Okay, that's gone. So ease and grace and as little disruption. The reason I say those things is it's like grease. Grace is like grease. I know that after this session, I'm in processing. As I said, my body is going through the to-do list that we've created here, and it's got to go in and sort all these things out. So during processing, which can be a few days up to a week, if there's a big thing my body's dealing with, it can actually take a lot of resources for my body to deal with that. That physical emotional shock energy and the horror, I can literally feel that within me. And so sometimes only about 20% of the time, but during processing, you might feel something, you might feel a physical symptom, can get worse sometimes. It would be temporary. If things like that go on longer than after the session for a few days or a week, it's always best to get it checked out. It could be that I'm going to feel an essence of that physical emotional shock, that energy or the emotions that I've cleared. And so if I think something might cause a big reaction, I will ask for it to be released with ease and grace. It's like greasing that process, and as little disruption as possible does what it says in the tin to disrupt me in the smallest way possible. Great. Okay, up we go. So spirit out of body. Is there any other associated imbalance I need to clear on this spirit out of body? No. Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for my spirit to be brought back into my physical body so that it's fully, completely seated and aligned with my physical body exactly as it should be. And for my spirit to be brought back into my body to a level of 100% now, if possible. And if not possible now, I'd like that reconnection to process to happen over a period of time until it reaches 100%. I'd like my spirit body and my physical body to be working as a team, communicating, functioning happily at 100% now if possible, and to be having a great time together, having fun. Thank you. That's been dealt with. Okay, am I on 100%? I am on 100%. Doesn't always happen, but actually the connection is not too low, so that's brilliant. So I will see changes from that. I know I will. I see it in my clients. Let's come in and see if it lists anything. So disconnection, here we go, spirit out of body. Yeah. So like I said, level of connection, 77%, is kind of level of function. And so it could have been making me feel, as you see here, fatigue, discomfort. It could have given me lowered immunity, persistent misalignment, malfunctional body parts. I just feel like that's going to have a nice big impact on me here. Right, so let's get to wrapping this up if we can. Physical disconnection that's going on here. Have I got any other associated imbalances going on with that? No. So let's deal with that. My pancreas and my stomach, get them talking again. So I'm setting the intention to reconnect my pancreas and my stomach and resolve this physical disconnection that's going on between them. So we're wiring them back together, making sure that that connection is back up to speed. I would like that reconnection between my pancreas and stomach to be back up to 100% now if possible, but if not, that reconnection to happen over a period of time till it reaches 100%. Yeah. That's been reset. Yes, 100%. Great. Again, doesn't always happen straight away, but it has for me. Perfect. Oh, let's write that properly. 100%. There we go. So right the way back up to the top, the priority we were working on was this biofilm, this community of bacteria that have put like a sticky film around themselves to protect them from things like my immune system, antibiotics, medicines, all that. Okay, any other associated imbalances on this that we need to clear? No. Whoop, whoop. Okay. So I'm setting the intention now to completely clear and release this pathogen of biofilm. Great, that's been cleared as well. We did go over the timer a little bit, but not too badly, I don't think. So, wow, that was an interesting session. So we were working on the multiple issues I described at the beginning, and with the intention of bringing balance and healing to everything I've mentioned, especially that left-hand side back issue. I wasn't really feeling it at the beginning, but I can honestly say, shift my energy around, I can honestly say that I'm feeling good. I'm feeling tired, but I'm feeling the lightness that all my clients mention. I'm feeling tired in a good way, like the sort of tired you get when you've had a jolly good swim and you want to go home and eat. Usually I want to eat chips when I've had a swim for some reason, but you want to eat something and you want to have a nice little sleep. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling great. Yeah, really good. Wow, what a good session. I am going to need to sleep now, but that's all right because I'm on my day off today, which is nice. I can rest up a bit. So I'd love to hear if that's helped you in any way, seeing me do my clearing work. Leave me some comments and let me know how you're doing. I'd also love to know if there's any questions that you have. I like making videos that are helpful, and I have my own ideas on what to make, but I want to make sure I'm filming what you want to know about. So if you've got something you want me to talk about related to emotion code, body code, anything to do with energy healing and clearing, or anything else, then let me know. If you're interested in booking a session with me, I do offer 30-minute free discovery calls, which you can book over on my site at thehappinessgap.co.uk, or there's a form that you can fill out in the description. Come and let's do some work together. Let's do this clearing. The same for you. It's amazing, amazing work. I love doing it. So it'd be great to speak with you. So the other thing you could do, if you are thinking you might have some trapped emotions in your body, which are, you saw I had a trapped emotion come up there. They are part of the emotion code as well. We clear trapped emotions a lot. They cause a lot of hassle. Head over to my site at thehappinessgap.co.uk. Go to the top menu and it's got quizzes there. I have a free quiz, which is all about, do I have trapped emotions? Go in, there's about 20 questions, and it will show you at the end your results. It will show you how likely it is you've got some trapped emotions going on. It will show you what area of life and your experience they may be affecting you. Okay, so take care.